What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today we are going over 10 plus 1 honorable mention, so technically 11 BMWs, because I freaking love BMW so much, for less than $10,000. This is like a part to a multi-part series that we got going on, where we have like all these different car brands, and we go over like, 10 of them for under a certain price range. A lot of these BMWs in this video are under 5K. As a matter of fact, almost every one of them is under 5K. So almost all these you can buy for under 5K. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna say it again. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Over 80% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you want to subscribe, and if you might have maybe you forgot to or something, then hit that nice subscribe button, help your boy out. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in at number 10 is going to the absolutely beautiful, that I'm starting to fall in love with all over again, 740iL E38. This is something a little bit different from what I normally talk about, since they're larger luxury vehicles. They're not really like a sports car technically, but they're cool anyway. It doesn't matter if they're a sports car or not. BMW is cool. They come with a 4.4 liter V8, making a very good 282 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and they're just ahead of their time land yachts. They're not very quick at all, but they got some of the best technology in them from the 90s period, and now that they're kind of old, they are incredible bargains for what they are, and I love that about them. Like, they're not obviously as nice as a newer 7 Series, because it's an older 7 Series, but they're really good. And they have like some better tech in them than like brand new BMW or brand new like Camrys do, so they're still great. Number 9 is once again another car that's completely different from what I normally talk about. It's the X5 E53, which is literally one of the cooler SUVs, and that's saying something because I don't really like SUVs, to be honest. And if I'm saying that it's a cool SUV, it's a cool SUV, man, but it comes with a 3-liter inline-6, making only 228 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive, of course. And to be honest with you, that horsepower is very small for an SUV, in my opinion, but that's not what they're here for anyway. They're not meant to go fast. The performance model is the X5M. That's what that's there for. This thing, the normal model, however, will carry all you and your friends around, but in style and with elegance. You look like freaking Gary Busey in this thing. I don't even think he's a like stylish man, but you'll look like him, and it's freaking great. Number 8 is going to the first, and trust me, it is not the last, 3 series of this list. It's the beautiful, unbelievably gorgeous BMW 325i E30. The 325i is the model that's as close to the M3 as you are going to get without spending like $5 million for the M3, and to be honest, it's still really worth the price. It comes with a 2.5 liter inline-6, making a nice 168 horsepower going to the rear wheels, which may seem small, and it is small. 170 horsepower is not really that much, but remember, this is an 80s car, and they're very, very, very lightweight, so when this thing came out, it was actually pretty quick for its class. And on top of that, bro, if you get bored of it, just swap it with another BMW inline-6 and go gap some Hellcats. There are so many out there. Buy an N54, S54, N55 even. Buy whatever you want and put it in this car, and you'll be fast again. Next up at the number 7 spot is an absolute banger using a coat hanger, my son. That sounded way cooler in my head. Just ignore that. But it's a BMW 540i E34, which is such a classic, but only if you build it the right way, to be honest. These things can look just ridiculous, but they also can look really nice. It comes with the same motor found in the E38 7 Series that we just talked about, a 4.4 liter V8 making 282 horsepower, and once again it was rear wheel drive. And this is like the perfect middle ground between the big bulky 7 Series and the wonderful tiny 3 Series, and it shows. It has all the comfort of the 7 Series, but now it also still goes kind of quick, and I love that about the freaking 5 Series. The 5 Series in general just underrated as hell, because they're, like I said, they're literally a perfect mixture of the 3 Series and 7 Series. They're great. I mean, the number's literally right between 3 and 7, boys. Duh. Number 6 is going to a wonderful little car. It's great. It's an amazing car, but it gets a little bit too much love in my personal opinion. It's the 328i E36, which, yes, is an incredible first car to learn how to like drift on, learn how to build, and you'll have a lot of good memories in this car as like a first car, but that's just kind of it, in my opinion. It comes with a 2.8 liter inline-6, making a nice 190 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive. And once again, like the E30, this is a step below the M3 model, and it really shows. It handles greatly, but it's just a tad bit underpowered. Once again, though, these cars have a ridiculous amount of aftermarket support, and you can very easily make these things a whole lot faster with some simple mods, and I do love that part about it, and I do love all the, parts that you can change on. It's a very good project car, but that's about where it stays right there. Number 5, halfway through this list, is going to the tiny, little, petite, cute 128i E8X, which is pretty much just a very, very smaller version of the 3 Series of the time, which was the E9X, and it blows me away that nobody wants one. Everybody always talks about the 135i or the 1M. 128i is still pretty cool as well. They come with a 3-liter inline 6, making 240 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive as well. And the only thing that's worse about the 1 Series over the 3 Series is the comfort. They are the quote-unquote entry-level BMW, so they don't have as nice of tech as the 3 Series does. But besides that, they are quite literally just better. They're smaller wheelbase, better weight distribution, and much lighter with the exact same power as the 3 Series. What's not to love about them? Number 4, however, just missing out of the top 3 spot, is going to the wonderful 540i E39, which is getting a lot more love lately, and that makes me really happy to say the least, because they absolutely deserve the love. It comes with a 4.4 liter V8, making a very nice 286 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and they just look amazing. Like, this list isn't about looks for sure, but if it was, most likely it would still be in the 4th spot, because I think they look a lot more aggressive, like the E36, to be honest. And I kind of love it. When the freaking thing came out, though, it was one of the fastest sedans ever, and still to this day they hold up with lots of the competition. Like, you can buy this thing and still smoke a lot of cars on the road, so pick one up while you still can. The 286 horsepower is something to sleep on, and it's got BMW luxury in it. Psh, count me in. It does have a BMW V8 though, so it's probably really unreliable. 3rd place, the bronze medal for this list, is going to the big, bulky, but beautiful BMW 645i E63, which, yes, you can buy a relatively new 6 Series for under 5K, but it will be very hard to find them because they are very nice. But either way, that's kind of blew my mind when I found that out. But once you do get one, they come with a 4.4 liter V8, making a huge 325 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive. And if you don't like 325 horsepower, then you are just not a car guy, because that's a decent number of horsepower. Now, I do want to say these things are quite heavy, so that horsepower doesn't mean as much as something like a 3 Series, but either way, it is a very quick car with some, oh my god, amazing technology in it that literally most car companies today are still not putting in their cars, and that you can get that for less than $5,000, which I think is just an absolutely great deal. Yes, the rear end looks a little weird. Don't tell me about it. 2nd place, however, is going to kind of the complete opposite of the last car we just talked about. It has not that much comfort in it, but they are very small and nimble and quick. And it is, of course, the BMW Z3, which is such an oddball from BMW. Like, has anybody ever thought about that? Think about the Z3. It does not fit into BMW's lineup at all, but I love it. I love the car. It's literally a German Miata. But they come with a 3-liter inline 6, making a decent 225 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And they actually came with the same engine that was found in the E46 330Ci of the time. But this time, it only had 2 seats and looked a little bit odd if it was a coupe version. But either way, it had 2 seats, lightweight, and it was literally just a sports car. They are literally just a German Miata, through and through. And if that doesn't sound like one of the most fun times for under $5,000, then I don't know what does. Like, the Miata's a great car, don't get me wrong, but this car has 100 horsepower more and only weighs like 100 pounds more. Just saying. Honorable mention time for today, and this is for you boys who just need a daily driver but still want to look cool and look rich AF while doing it. It's the BMW 328i E92, which comes with a 3-liter inline 6. Yes, I got it right that time. You BMW boys, you guys kept yelling at me saying like, oh, it's not a 2.8 liter. I thought it was a 2.8 liter. I don't know how I was wrong about that, but anyway, it makes 240 horsepower, and it was either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and they look incredible for sure, but the engine in these things is kind of like a nothing burger compared to what most BMW inline 6s can do. But don't let that fool you, because they are very reliable, just an all-around good daily driver that looks really nice. 1st place, however, goes to, in my opinion, one of the best sports cars for less than $5,000 in general in 2022. It is the BMW 330Ci E46, which is quite literally just better than the E36 in every way, but nobody wants to say that because they all have a little bit of a hard-on for the E36. Listen, the E46 is just the better car. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It comes with a 3-liter inline 6, making 225 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And this is actually the same engine found in the Z3 we just talked about, but now it has more seats and much more comfort in it. They have tons of aftermarket support. They're decently quick. They're not the most reliable out there, I will say that, but they are for sure one of the most fun, especially for under $5,000. And even though this is an early 2000s car, they do look like something that came out of like 2010 or something, and I respect the hell out of that. Like, BMW's cars age so well. If you get a good E46, they look nice. Just be careful though, because there are so many just clapped ugly E46s out there, so make sure you know what you're looking for. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the 11 BMWs you can find under 5K. Whoa, big yawn out of nowhere. Did you see that? Came out of left field. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, in the top of the description, you know, it's going to be a little link to my other YouTube channel, which I go over video games, specifically car extra racing, Need for Speed, all that kind of stuff. I am going to do a deep dive tomorrow, actually, on Need for Speed Most Wanted for this channel, and I'm going to also upload it on the other channel. And if it doesn't do well on this channel, then all my deep dives for video games and stuff is going to go on that channel, if that makes any sense, because I don't want you guys to like not enjoy the video game content, but I do want to make it because I like video games and I want to talk about them. So I hope you guys you know, check it out only if you actually enjoy video games. So if you just want to go out there to support me, I understand, but you know, I'd rather the engagement be like honest and truthful, and I'd rather the people that are actually watching it to actually enjoy it, not just subscribe to me because they like me. I do appreciate that, but you know, if you actually enjoy the gaming content over there, then you can subscribe. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.